All right, guys, we ain't got much to show here, but my brother buys salvaged vehicles. If you watch all my videos, you've seen I've been to his wrecking yard. He buys them for the purpose of crushing them. He had a lady call him the other day about this little unit. It's a 2007 Mini Cooper S. Now, I've been wanting one of these cars to do on the channel because they're notorious for head gaskets and timing chains and things like that. And the lady that had this, she had it at a local shop here in town, and they of course told her it wasn't worth fixing. So she called my brother and asked him what he'd give for it. And if you know the crushed car market, you know about what he offered. And she took it. So he brought it to me because apparently this car's worth, I don't know, $5,000 or $6,000 if it's fixed. So he brought it to me to see what's going on with it. And what's going on with it, I'm not real sure. It either has a bad head gasket or a bent valve. Car has I don't remember now, and I didn't bring the key out, around 100,000 miles, 103, 104. If you're not familiar with the Cooper S, it has a turbo, I think it's a 1.4 or 1.6 liter engine, and it has a turbocharger on it that and a 6-speed manual transmission. Must be a button under here somewhere to, oh, I don't have the, oh, there it is. I don't have the and there's the S, Cooper S. These are cute little cars. I don't really know what that is. What is that? Well, they liked it. There's a little fix-a-flat. I think these had run-flat tires on them. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Looks like maybe is that something that went up here? I don't see any holes. I don't know what that is. Interesting. Anyway, so we got the car to spin over, and it has no compression on a couple of cylinders. They've added the cold air intake with this little scoop's not factory. See, it brings air in from there. There's a little grill there on the factory ones. They pull that grill out, put that in there, and it puts air straight to the air. I don't know that it helps anything, but, and there's the turbocharger under the little heat shield. Well, they put a cover over it. Ain't that neat? I wonder if it's got a downpipe on it. I don't know if I can get my hand down there to see. I may have a, I can't get down there. Can't get down there to see. May have a downpipe on it, ain't no telling. But anyway, we're back to the, we're rambling, as Clay Milliken says. So, it's either slow enough in time that it's been a valve, or these cars are direct injected, which means your standard fuel injection, like this car over here, or yeah, this car over here, it sprays fuel in the intake on the back side of the valve, and that keeps the valve cleaned off. On this car, as well as my red truck, they're direct injected, which means they run a high pressure fuel system. There's a high pressure fuel pump right there on the end of the head under that pipe, and it sprays fuel directly into the combustion chamber. So no fuel going on the valves. They carbon up, and they can carbon up to the point where the valve doesn't close correctly. So we really need to do a compression test, find the holes that are down on compression, and then put air in it and see if it comes out of the intake or out of the exhaust. Comes out of the exhaust, they're bent. Comes out of the intake, they're probably carboned up. But the research I've done on this car, they're not bad about carboning up, especially for 100,000 miles. So I'm guessing most likely the timing got slack and it contacted the exhaust valves, because they close on the way when the piston's on the way up, pushing the exhaust out. So they stay open, you know, right till the last minute, and then they close before the piston gets there. Well, if you get slack in your timing chain, then the piston gets there too early because the cam's lacking because of the slack, and it bends the valve. So I was going to do the compression test today, but it's kind of windy, it's kind of cool. It's early January here in Texas, and it's not real pleasant working weather. I got junk in my shop, I can't get in out of the wind, so it's irrelevant. The head has to come off. So whether it's bent or carboned up, the head has to come off. Now my brother, I want to buy it from him and fix it along the way. Of course, it's not, you know, take me a long time to fix this, because me being blind, some of these connectors are hard to undo and bolts are hard to find, and it just takes me a long time. I can still do it, but it just takes me a long time to get anything done. Well, he wants to get it done fast, so I've been contacting a couple of Mini Cooper experts in Fort Worth, and we're gonna see what they charge. I talked to them Friday when I got the car, when I thought it was, the lady told them timing chain, which they say you're supposed to do the timing chain at 90,000 miles. So I think the shop told them that it you know, has either a head gasket or a bent valve, and it needs a timing chain. I contacted the Mini Cooper people Friday, and they said $1,200 to $1,700 just to do the timing chain. I don't know how much more it's going to be to do the head, but I'll contact them Monday, and we'll probably send it to them. If, you know, if they'll fix the car for $2,500 or so, my brother will probably send it over there and have it fixed, and that way he'll have it for sale pretty quick. But I'd like to do it. I'd like to have one of these on the channel, and you know, if they hit me for $3,500, he probably won't want to do it. So we'll see how that goes. And you know, it's ridiculous. This car is built by BMW, and they're supposed to be the guru for engineering, and 100,000 miles is all you can get out of a car. What did this car cost new? Anybody have any idea? In the 30s maybe? 2007, would you think maybe around 30,000, 35,000? You got to finance it for 5 years to be able to afford the payment, and all you get out of it's 100,000 miles. I got 200,000 out of that, and it was 40. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. BMW is supposed to be so much better, and that's the way you do your people. Well, all right, guess that's what it is. Have you seen any videos on the Fords, the new Fords with the taillight issues? If you bump something with the taillight on a Ford and it cracks it, it gets water intrusion. The lane assist radar is in the taillight assembly, and when you get water in the taillight, it corrodes everything, and you're looking at a $1,500 taillight over being cracked and having a little water in it. When back in the day, they just blow a bulb, put a little glue on it, and new bulb in it, and you're good to go. So, you know, the government's mandating all this crap for these cars, and I'm sure a lot of the manufacturers are behind it, because they don't want you to be able to repair your own car. They want you to bring it back to the dealer where they can get you again. You know, they got you on the purchase, and now they want to get you again on the repair. And so I'm sure they're helping the government, you know, pushing the government to mandate a lot of this stuff, which is probably now coming back to bite them, and all this EV stuff. Now they're getting forced to do stuff they don't want to do. It used to be they would get the government to do what we didn't want them to do. Now they're getting forced to do what they don't want to do. So just turnabout's foul play, fair play. I mean, you know, when we go all electric, you're not even going to be able to work on your own car, because right now if you go buy a wrecked Tesla, they won't sell you any parts. People are buying Teslas that are wrecked, and they're not wrecked bad, and Tesla won't sell you any parts. How's that illegal? you know, you're supposed to have to support your vehicle for 10 years the way it used to be. I guess that's changed. But anyway, I guess that's just the way life goes. I watched a video on YouTube today where they have banned the sale of small engines in California. And by that I mean lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, I guess garden tillers. I don't know how big it it goes, you know, how big it, like a zero turn. You know, if it's a 70 or 80 inch cut zero turn, does that ban too? You know, you're gonna have to buy a zero turn that'll only mow an acre before you have to recharge it. And then they cut your electricity off because of the wildfire. You can't even charge it, can't drive your car. What do you do? I mean, you people are making these rules are just crazy. No concept. I mean, these are coming from people in a government position that never mowed a yard, never put gas in a car. Most of them probably never drove a car. They're chauffeur driven everywhere they go, but or fly or whatever. I don't know, it's all getting out of hand. I won't be around much longer to deal with it, another 10-15 years, and y'all can have it, right? That's all I got for today. We're still in federal financial jail, no money coming in, so I can't work on any projects. But hopefully that won't last much longer. Anyway, that's all the griping I got today. Thanks for watching.